Welcome to Education USA's Know Before You Go. My name is Charles Hornstrup, and I'm the Regional Education Advising Coordinator for Southeast Asia. I cover all 10 ASEAN countries in addition to Timor-Leste, and we want to prepare you for our upcoming fair series. The Education USA SEA Fair Series is not your typical fair series. We will be inviting various higher education institutions from the United States to come to the Southeast Asia region and interact with local students at each fair series stop. You want to come prepared, not only be dressed presentably, but also ready to ask the right questions. There's only a limited amount of time to interact with the representatives that will be visiting each of the various Southeast Asian countries. Before the big day of the fair, you're going to want to know before you go. What we recommend is that you do a little bit of your own research before actually attending the fair itself. Take a look to see which colleges and universities are going to be attending that city or that fair stop. Once you have the list of colleges and universities, go ahead and start to research their background. Go on the website, look at the majors that they offer. Try to get a sense of the student experience that they offer for on campus. And then be able to ask yourself where you fit in with that. You want to ask yourself questions such as, which major am I interested in? Do they have the minors that I like? Are there clubs or activities or athletic programs that are of interest to me? Do I want to go to a really large school, or would I be more comfortable at a smaller campus that has more intimate class sizes and discussion-based learning? The real idea of knowing before you go is to try to maximize your time while you're actually at the fair itself. If you have some of these questions answered beforehand, then you know which colleges and universities you want to target on the day of the event. You want to be able to ask the right questions to the representatives that are manning the booths. This way you are able to maximize your time, not waste the rep's time with questions that can easily be found online, and also not waste your time so that you can actually get the answers to the questions that you really need. While you're actually at the fair, you're going to want to try and first get a map of the fair route. You can take a look to see where the booths are all located for the various universities and colleges that are visiting for that day. Then, go back and take a look at your notebook to see the universities that you've selected when you were doing your preliminary research. Once you have the map in hand, you can kind of gauge to see which way and which booths you would like to visit first and spend a little bit more time on. But I wouldn't say not to visit other booths either. You want to make sure that you're definitely talking to the representatives from the colleges and the universities that are your top picks, but you also might find a new university that you haven't thought about just by asking some questions to the representatives as you're passing through. After you talk to the representatives at a booth, in your notebook, write down some interesting facts about that conversation. This way later, when you're home, you can resort back to those notes and refresh your memory about what was discussed. Attend an information session if one is offered at that event. Information sessions are a great way to get a little bit more of a generalized information about the application process, about student financial aid, or just about campus life in general. After the fair, you're going to want to ask yourself which colleges and universities stood out the most to you and why. Go ahead and take a look at all of the brochures and information that you've collected and try to organize it into a way that is of colleges and universities that have interested you the most, maybe some new ones that maybe you weren't thinking about, however you do want additional information on, and then take the colleges and universities that are not of interest to you and move them aside for the time being. Once you do some more research, I would recommend going on the website for individual colleges and universities and taking a look at their student services and their majors and the clubs and the activities that they can offer, if they have athletic programs, all of the things that really make not only your academic experience a successful one, but also your campus life, social life experience just as good as well. Once you have a better idea of your top choices, go ahead and contact the admissions department directly for each one of those colleges and universities. If you're having any difficulty or if you would like some additional advising, feel free to reach out to your Education USA advisor for some additional guidance and help. Once you have a final list of schools that you actually think that you want to apply to, and you've been in discussion with their admissions team directly, it might be time to start to think about taking a campus visit or a campus tour if you're able. If not, try to get as much information online as you can, know exactly what the application process is, and what required documents will be needed from you. Once again, if you need any help, please contact your nearest Education USA office, and our professional advisors would be more than happy to assist you further. Thank you for visiting the Southeast Asia Education USA Fair Series. Good luck.